Recording. It's official. It is Monday night, November 21st, and thank God I have Mary McGinnis to join me.
Yay.
The crowd goes well because let me tell you, she's on East Coast time. It's like, I don't know, 9 o'clock.
Yep.
She is, she's an animal. She's a great heart charger. And so thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And I think the first thing I want to say is thank you. And I want to thank the other coaches, Coach Monica and Coach Jamie, for helping me lead out what has probably been one of the best groups that we've had. I mean, we've had like a ton of amazing groups, and I think the group before was amazing. But to kind of feel it getting better each time feels awesome, you know? And like the takeaways, hands down, the personal development was the thing that we heard from the most.
Isn't that something?
It was just something. And so if you saw, so today, I mean, boy, I'm not joking. I've had very technical problems with my phone and things in a lot of different ways. And I just thought, okay, Stacy, just how can you do this? There's a way to do it. So like, figure it out. And I just decided I'm going to go live with the gifts and prizes and kind of the energy of it and make sure that that gets done. And then I'm going to write a really long, comprehensive thank you on behalf of all of you guys. And then I'm going to copy and paste it to every single participant with that picture. For me, that's 20. I'm counting on you guys to get it out to the rest of your people.
Yep.
To really thank them for what they did. And what I really tried to do, which I'd love to hear your feedback on, is really ask them to share with other people what we're doing. Please share. Please invite. If you're telling me that you're sharing the videos that we're posting for personal development, let me tell you, I had a few people telling me that they were sharing that with family and friends. I'm like, that is amazing. But are those family and friends receptive? Are they drawn to it? Then please invite them to the challenge group and to the coaching, you know, so like, I think we could do better on referrals. There's no reason why. And I think like anything else, we just need to ask, and people are happy to help. And we had a lot of people kind of tagging. I had a few people tag me. Katerina, I asked her specifically, Katerina, would you mind? Your pictures are amazing. Would you mind posting? And just posting what you said. And when I came home, it was done. She did it. All I had to do was ask. And it's not a problem. So you always want to respect their privacy. I always want to ask, is it okay? But at the end of the day, like, please share. So doing that. And then also, if you took notice, I invited them to ask about joining our team. And if they wanted to pay it forward, they want to step up and lead and be a vocal advocate. I mentioned nothing about a discount. I did not lead with the discount. They can find that out. What a happy surprise. Oh my God. And I get a 25% discount. But I kind of almost didn't want to lead with the discount because to me, that's not the number one value of joining something like this. When they're really being affected by the product and by the people and by the program, I want them to join in more to that. And they just love the icing on the cake is the discount, and how awesome is that, right?
Yep.
So what are your thoughts on that? You read through what I wrote and everything. Tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, I liked it. It was great.
Yeah. Do you think
I like the ending part, you know, like what you said at the end too. That was really good.
Yeah, I just felt like the most poignant parts are it's all important, but to launch it and then to wrap it up properly, which I've definitely had groups where I'm like, that didn't end so awesome. That was a bit of a hot wreck mess. And that's okay. But I felt like I spent hours and hours yesterday. And I spent hours today, but you know what? I have a great Google document with every single one of their testimonials. I took it from the weight and measure. I took it from every point that they posted. I have all that, so I can go back to that. I can share that with the person from the hospital. Hey, if you didn't get to read these when you're bored at night, like read over what happened in the group that you were in. Right? So like kind of that's something that we can all do to share and have a lot of pride about. So I wanted to just thank everybody who participated in that. And so moving on, I know that, probably like Monica, Donna, I'm not sure who else made Success Club 5 or more, but having an invitation to do this, Erik Qualman, who I had no idea, like, who is he? I don't know him at all. I've never even heard that name. Well, he's basically a socionomic guru. I put down a little bit of a biography. He wrote a couple of different books. The most recent one, What Happens in Vegas Stays on YouTube. And he talks about your social footprint, your social reputation, a lot of those things, which we, need to kind of think about. So I just highlighted some of the things, but I actually went back to look because for us, I remember life before the World Wide Web.
Oh, yeah.
I remember life before, and apparently I Googled it before I got on here today. It was August 6th, 1991, that the World Wide Web went live.
Wow.
I moved to Kauai on September 4th, 1991. So it's like, it's not that long. I mean, it is 25 years or so, but so much of the way we live. So socionomics is how social media transforms the way we live and we do business. Mm-hmm. Nobody is not affected by it. Mm-hmm. Nobody. So it's all in how you want to use it, train your kids like me to have good boundaries, manners, grounded, right? Now we have to, we're not just manners of thank you and no thank you. We're manners of leave your phone away from the dinner table. Do not be on your phone when you're with other people, unless you have to, like for some, specific reason, be able to be comfortable walking away from your phone. It's okay. You're going to be okay. There's a lot of that goes on. And so it's just like a whole other world that we're living in that you could try to say you're not affected by it, but I really would argue that we are. So let's just decide how we're going to present, how we're going to use, and how we're going to be a part of it, right? Mm-hmm. So for us, we do the majority of what we do. Online coaching is still kind of like, we're still sort of pioneering that. This is not like 10 years old, 5 years old, I don't know, a couple years old. Like I'm a professional trainer. I've now been doing it 3 years and I'm still learning, so it's relatively new way to do health and fitness still yet. But at the same time, these tools that we're using, they just don't replace face-to-face and real relationships and all of those things, which is funny because like time and time in each presentation, no matter if I'm listening to the National Wake Up Call or it's here in this one, I'm hearing that and actually feeling that in my life, it's the connections that I have to the people that I have them with that matter the most and that make the biggest difference, period. Mm-hmm. So we don't need like 50 billion customers. We need a few great ones. Right. And we just need to really spend time on the relationships that we have. So it's good to communicate, but that just like nothing replaces that. So he talked about something that we do all the time. He called it posting it forward. And it was basically shining the light on someone or something else or somebody else. And I thought, this is really good because you could be even like shining the light on your favorite pizza joint down the street. Like giving a shout out just randomly about like what you like and why you like it or who you like and why you like them is a great thing to do. And I think that you will be viewed as a person who is thinking positively. They're giving, they're giving and they're saying nice things and they're being gracious and they're shining the light on somebody else instead of themselves. So you can never like always err on the side of doing that more than not. And that would be obviously in our team and things like that, or with our challengers and things, we can never recognize them enough. We can write them a personal thank you card. We can on their, Facebook, we could do it in a group and any other way, like everybody loves to hear great job. So like never enough of that. He used a couple of terms that I hadn't really heard before, but I think that we will more in the future, especially like just in our lives. But your digital reputation is everything that's online about you, and your digital footprint is everything that you upload. So your digital reputation is everything. So I Googled my name. I've never done that. I was like, what does it say about me? So it's got my Facebook, link to my Facebook page first, and it's got my link to my website, which I don't really use, second, and then a bunch of pictures of me and Trina and some of the other. I'm thinking too, if maybe because Trina has more web presence than I probably do, or something, like there's a million different pictures out there that I could show up there with, newspaper articles, things like that. But I was really like, there were no skeletons that I saw, even on the first page. And I was like, yikes. But I think that, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So just knowing that we're always putting that out there and that exists, I think is important. It's nothing, though, at the same time that we need to be paranoid about. And then the next thing he talked about was being flawsome. Being flawed, but awesome. Okay, how do we be flawsome? When we screwed up or made a mistake or kind of did something that wasn't so awesome, we can own up to it. We can express what we learned from that situation and from whatever happened going down, whether it's with a person or a thing or a job idea or anything that you're sharing with the world, you know? So don't be afraid to be flawsome. People really like that. It's a very attractable thing, you know, and I don't want to put out the like picture perfect everything every second. It's like, I'm feeling kind of crappy today, but this is what's really making me feel better. And then sharing that. Being authentic, which we know, 80-90, okay. He just said that like videos are the way to go, like on the internet, like just in general, like they're just really well received. So whether you're going live or you're uploading videos to YouTube, it's just the best way to get your message about you and across, you know. So may not go viral, it doesn't matter. Don't be afraid to put videos up there. Just be authentic. And he was just saying too, it's really not about being perfect, like perfect lighting, perfect clothes, perfect look, all of that. It's more like about obviously the message, like what are you saying and how are you saying it? So if it appears to be authentic, people are like, oh my God, that's so great, whatever they're saying, you know. So just be that, and if you haven't done that, and that's, you know what, I'll be honest with you, after listening to this, it's one reason why I decided in about 2 seconds to go live today. I was like, well, that's not working. And normally I would think about, oh, protecting the privacy, blah, blah, blah. No. And then you know what I just did out there, it's already got 126 views. We may have some people who decide to participate just because they've seen that. And why am I holding back from that? There's no reason to actually be doing that. That's probably really hurting me. So figuring out a way to share that, invite with that, and be with that, I think my people are all fine. You know, it's just like using common sense when you do it. That is, yeah, I'm really glad, actually, in hindsight, that happened. And that I did that. And he was saying too, if you have to think more than 3 seconds, he said, don't post it. I was like, wow. It's like 3 seconds, that's not a very long time. Holy crap, I've thought a long time about a lot of posts I've done. Like way too long. And this is what I know, is that often the posts I think a lot long about, I put a lot of time and energy into, don't really get that much traction. Sometimes it's the quick post, the quick message, the quick whatever, and it does. Okay, so I think that that's a really good lesson, you guys. Apparently, if you're not ready to post whatever it is in 3 seconds, you should be canning it. The 3 second rule. And I was like, wow, right? Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Could you give me like 3 minutes or something? Yeah. So, because you know what? Maybe that's about trusting our gut instinct. Like if our gut instinct just says, great idea, not great. Why am I doing this? I'm thinking too much about it. You know, whatever, you know, that whole like dialogue that goes on. So maybe we need to just cut to the chase a bit. Probably get through our day a bit quicker. I know, I do that. Okay. All right. I think that was all I was going to share on Erik right now, but he does have some stuff on YouTube. He's got this great book. And I think that if you guys are wanting to learn more about social media, and he is like, there's no more front other than him. He's on the cutting leading edge of what the hell's going on out there. So it would be good to kind of dive in a little bit. So today in the National Wake Up Call, first of all, There's the holiday special going on. I'm really bad about this. I don't shop for anything like for this kind of thing, but I actually had a customer ask me, oh, there's a lot of Beachbody specials. I'm like, there are? So apparently there are, and apparently we're getting 78% savings. And so I don't really know. Like, I know what the challenge packs cost. That's usually what I'm recommending. But if there's bits and pieces and other things that people want, or if coaches want to buy things and stock up for giveaways and other stuff like that, right now is a good time to kind of to do that. Or if you're thinking about Christmas gifts or whatever you're doing. So dive into that. And if you guys find something really unique or different, or that you just like, share it on our team page, please, so that somebody else can go shopping. I'm a bad shopper. Donna's a professional shopper. Are you a professional shopper?
No, definitely not.
I'm not. I'm not. Nope. But there are professional shoppers on our team, so please spike up for us. Okay, so week of opportunity. I thought, okay. Yeah, so, okay, and basically they were just saying that, in this week where we will be spending more time with our friends and family that we probably do on normal weeks, that it's a great opportunity to bring them up to speed on why our lives are feeling good and what's good about it. Great opportunity to share, and just more than spew, please don't spew, just share and be attractive. Let your light shine of what you're doing, just attract them in, and to have more interest into it, I would say, as you head out to all those dinners and get-togethers. So Leslie Davis was the speaker on the National Wake Up Call today, and I thought that she was tremendously articulate. She's obviously very educated. She just didn't even stutter for a second. She was like, and another thing, I just want to add in one more thing. And I'm like, this girl was good. So I would definitely go back and listen to her. And she was I'll give the short little synopsis, and then I'm going to get Mary to chime in here. She just naturally liked fitness and running and had a drive to keep herself healthy and fit. And her husband actually got into Beachbody, into the programs, and actually signed up for a discount account, like way before she ever signed up for a coaching account. But the message that was loud and clear is that he could see that she would be a great coach, even though she was, for all intents and purposes, happy in her career, successful career, probably lucrative career, mother, and so on. But he kept just saying, like, no, you could take that energy, that smart, that wisdom, that everything that you are over here, and you could just direct it over there. Like, he could see that way before she did. So it's actually her husband that she was saying no to the opportunity to for quite some time. And then finally one day she was just like, sometimes people don't see that they might be a little bit unhappy with their current situation, because we're kind of trying to always look at the bright side of things. We're trying to be grateful. We're trying to just, we're here, we're existing. We're not really overthinking it, and not really even contemplating or pondering, what if I changed my job or my career? What if I did that? What would that be? So she wasn't really in that realm. And then finally she figured out that she personally had young kids, was missing out on family time. And now she's a 6-star diamond. I didn't get, but I bet she doesn't have that job anymore. I think she's a full-time Beachbody coach at this point. And it's a happy family business, so they're doing good. But one of the things I really liked is she was saying that, so we've kind of been talking a lot about the connections with people, connecting with people, and that's the foundation of everything that we're doing. But what if connecting with people is not necessarily your go-to? It's something that kind of makes you feel uncomfortable with. Even, you might be even like afraid, right? Of what that feels like. Is that thinking of Mary? And look at what's going on here today. Because I know a little about through our conversation. So I was like, oh, this is so good. Because in this one, National Wake Up Call is so good. Because they always have somebody that speaks to someone. And she just said that the concept of forming relationships made her cringe. And that the perspective, it just made her cringe. Okay, I don't know what I was writing there, but it made her cringe. And she went back to give a little bit of history. She's from a military family, so she moved a lot. So she just kind of learned how to be very self-efficient and compartmentalize her life and not necessarily lean on or reach out or spend a lot of time investing in relationships. And so she didn't. And it wasn't anything bad or good. It's not like it was so harmful. It just was. So it was like this realization that she had that like, okay, this is me and my personality. But then she figured out after a few months into the business that really in order to make her business thrive and work, that she had to figure out how to build better relationships with each and every person and how to develop a team of a team culture of relationships. And that's what she's done. That's what she's done. So like we're all doing the same thing. We're running challenge groups. We're recommending, all those other things. But at the core, her success has been built on understanding that, focusing on that. And I'm all about that. I just am all about that. It just really speaks to me. But what is naturally easy for me may not always be naturally easy for my coaches. So I need to learn how to understand that other side that it's not necessarily me. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mary.
Yeah, that was a really great takeaway for me too, because that doesn't come natural for me. And it's funny because I think one of the things that she said is that it's helped her be a better person.
Right.
This wasn't just about a career or selling something. It was learning to be a better person. And I was actually with the friends that we spent time with over the weekend, I've known them for 25 years, something like that. And I was just saying that I feel like she's known me way long time ago, and I was a lot more introverted back then than I am now, which was way I just kept everybody at arm's length.
Right.
And she said, I've watched you over the last 10 years especially, but even now, just blossom, and how much you've changed. And she said this, she said, I can see you going outside your comfort zone, and it's really good for you. So
it's huge. It's good for all of us. And I think that I thought I was just supposed to live comfortably, that's what the goal was. Just get to a space that you can maintain and then maintain it. But I have learned, I'm no, I'm going to be here 80 years. I got all this stuff. No, I want to step into my greatness and how much of a profound effect can I honestly have? Not just, on myself, my people, my family.
People that we come in contact with every day.
Every day. And I was going to say, for me, my fear, because I was a Lone Ranger, I didn't want employees. I didn't want to be responsible for anybody. This is why I didn't get a team started right away, because I was what am I going to do with coaches? I just really didn't understand that initially. And I was also I do dive into my relationships, and I do put a lot of energy in there. So I thought, well, I can't have hundreds of relationships. I'll be dead. I would just be too much. I was afraid of having too much success, too many relationships, too many people that I could help. And then I was like, Stacy, that's kind of dumb. You got to get over yourself as far as that goes. You have more capacity than you think. And what about Nelson Mandela? What about, I don't know, some of these people who you can affect a lot of people in your life by who you are and how you evolve. And do that. I don't know. So then I just had to, and I still struggle with this. I still kind of go okay, am I still doing a good job? Am I really still connecting with every person? Because there's a lot of people now. But anyway, so I think that either way, it's kind of, this is a good showing here of both sides of the coin, and I am so proud of you for exploring this. And then I think that when we do it, we're this feels kind of cool. And I keep hearing from you, like I said, God, I had a lot of fun doing this, or I had a lot of fun doing Like she's having fun. Like
Yeah.
that is good.
Yep.
Right?
So
Okay.
then the other thing was, what was that book that she said she read at the very end? It was, she had a quote by Benjamin Franklin, right?
She did. And I did I write, oh, how successful people, oh, I didn't write down the whole thing.
The thing that he said in the morning and the night is, the morning was, what good can I do today? And then at night was, what good did I do today?
That's exactly it. So she asked herself, what good am I doing for my team today? So this was kind of like about team.
Mm-hmm.
And what good have I done for my team today? And just like think it, so whether you want to say family or team or a person that you've helped, because I also think that it just helps us think about what we are doing. Because I do think that the one way we drop the ball or the one way we mess up or the one thing that didn't go right, oftentimes as humans, is the thing that we tend to focus on and have to really shift that around and go, oh my God, so many things went right. So many people were happy, or it was well received, whatever it was. Yeah, it's a very simple question. What good am I doing today for my team? What good have I done today for my team?
I think part of that too wasn't there part of it that said something about checking your motives? You know, that people can, you know, see that a mile away, that you have to be really genuine about caring about people, not just having an end game in mind.
Practicing unselfish thinking. That's what she said. Practicing unselfish thinking. Always check your motives and your mindset. This is good. My notes are very sporadic, so you're tuning me into them.
And I was driving, so I couldn't write notes. So
right. Practicing your unselfish, practice unselfish thinking. So even though we think we're being, you know, our motives are for that other person, you still need to take a second and really think about that and think about, why am I asking them to do this? What is my motive? And is it about me or is it about them? Because if it's about them, I think it's well received 150%. People kind of like know, they can just tell. And if it's not, they can kind of tell if it's something that just only benefits you.
Yep.
And so, so to think about that. Well, with that, Mary, I'm thinking about you and the time, and I'll tell you, it's 4:30. We've had 30 minutes on. I'm so glad that you were here. Thank you so much for all that you're doing. I'm excited for you to start your new group, for you to keep helping these people. Deb, like her 20 pounds down.
Yeah.
3 challenges, 20 pounds down. So tell me.
Yeah, she went to see her daughter last weekend, and she's like, she says, oh, so, you know, she was all excited, and she's like, can you tell a difference? She said, well, yeah, I guess I can. And she was kind of disappointed by that. And I said, Deb, I can see a difference. I see you every day. I can see a difference. You look amazing.
20 pounds is a chunk of change.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. So it comes off in different ways, but that is a chunk of change. And I had no idea. I mean, she's in there, she's checking in, she's 100%er, but I didn't know. And it was so great. She had one liner. I'm so happy. I've lost 20 pounds in 3 challenges. We're like, what? And she got, because like we weren't really realizing it, I think.
And you have to hear the rest of her story, because the whole reason I got talking to her is because I overheard her talking about how frustrated she was on, trying to keep doing Weight Watchers, because she was doing Weight Watchers for years and she was just stuck. She was totally stuck, and she couldn't get past that plateau. I mean, she was constantly trying, constantly dieting, and I did Weight Watchers for years too. So I know, in fact, I helped her get into Weight Watchers. So
what did you say? Tell them, because they're going to be watching this recording. What did you say when you overheard her say that to invite her 3 months ago? She's been with us 3 months now.
Yeah. So I walked over to our desk. I said, I heard you talking about Weight Watchers. I said, you know that I was a big Weight Watcher person before. I said, I helped you in the Weight Watcher group. I said, but I've been doing something different the last, year and a half, and I just wanted to share it with you, and I thought you might be interested in it. I said, I think it could really help you, because I said, drinking the Shakeology is the game changer. I said, it helped me so much in, overcoming my cravings, just feeling better, feeling more energy, feeling like I had, I was, that whole story about, coming off the hormone medication and all that. It was just, it helped me so much. I said, I think this could really help you. And I said, getting into the challenge group and having the support of other people, other positive people, can be the thing that can be the game changer for you. So I said, I think you really should think about doing it. And she said that she was already using some Shaun T, or she already had some of the videos. So
Okay.
she's familiar. I said, well, let's get you started. And so she's been going at it ever since. She said, well, at first she was very hesitant. She said, I'm very hesitant because I don't often finish what I start.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get started on something and I won't finish it.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, this is going to be different because I'm going to check in on you every day.
This is like the quintessential awesome, this is how it happens. This is really how it goes down again and again and again. And so did she buy the 21-day fix challenge pack? Is that what she initially bought from you?
Yep.
3 months ago? She's been in these challenges for 3 months. She's now down 20 pounds. And she's a rock star challenger. She's just done terrific with her coach. So take credit for that too. If you didn't walk over to her desk and say, I overheard you. Like some people might get pissed at that. You have a good enough relationship. You trusted your gut and you were just really honest with her and sincere, and nobody can ever take away with what Shakeology's done for you. And it would be wrong not to share it. And that's how it actually happens. That's just how it starts. So awesome.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to let you go home and get some sleep. So tell everybody aloha. Tell them aloha.
Bye-bye.
Aloha, you guys. Thank you for being here.
See ya. Bye-bye.